So the last Gemara in Maseches Nida is a very well-known Gemara, and Taisa says just put there L'sayim b'davar tov, but it also is a very important Gemara to discuss, which we shall do. And the Gemara says that Tafai Gimel Amud Aleph in Nida. Tanav Elio. Kol shana halachas b'chol yom muftach lo shu ben olam haba. Anybody learns halachas every day, he's promised that he's a ben olam haba. Shneimar, it says halichos olam lo al tichri halichos el halachos. It says he has halichos, the pathways of the world, and presumably halichos olam here means olam haba. Al tichri halichos el halachos. Somebody shown halachos b'chol yom is a ben olam haba. And the Tanya says that what does it mean shona halachos? Shona halachos means to learn, but it also means that a person changes through the halachos. A person is shoneh. A person is different because he learns halachos. If you're shoneh b'chol yom, if each and every day you're different than the day you were before, then you're ben olam haba. Because the definition of ben olam haba, it says that tzaddikim ein lehem menucha lo b'olam hazeh v'olam haba. Tzaddikim don't have a rest neither in this world or the world to come. It says yelchu meichayil l'chayil. There's continuous growth. So therefore, if you want to be on a trajectory to get to olam haba, you want to be muftach to your ben olam haba, you have to make sure every day to grow, every day to be mishtaneh, to be different than before. This is coming up to Rosh Hashanah, and I asked in class the other day, does anybody know what the root of the word shana is? It was a trick question, but
I'm sorry.
But the answer is the word of the root shana is shana. But what does shana means? It means l'shanos, to change. Of every year is a change from the year before. That's the idea of Rosh Hashanah. We want to change. We want to be different than we were before. So coming towards Rosh Hashanah is every day a person is supposed to be shoneh, but certainly from year to year, a person has to make a great effort to try and be mishtaneh, to be different. And that way, a person is a ben olam haba because they change. They use halachos not just as halachos, but as halichos. What does it mean halichos? Halichos are things with which you go, your holech. So therefore, these are your halichos olam, the halachos which you learn, the Torah which you learn, and the halacha which you fulfill. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, that's what I'm saying, the reason why it's shona halachos doesn't mean it has to be a lot. You just have to make sure to change a little bit incrementally from day to day. And the first Gemara in Brachas, not the Mishnah, the Gemara. The first Gemara in Brachas starts, Tana Hechakai. Tana Hechakai, Gemara is asking, where it says, where's the Tana? How do we not have a mitzvah to read Shema? How did the Tana know there's a mitzvah to read Shema? Where did he get it from? So the Gemara then says, all a bunch of psukim, from which you learn the mitzvah of Shema. But there's interesting, the word Tana is Aramaic for the word Shana. To review, to repeat, to change as well. To change, the word Tana is a Shoneh halachos. So the Gemara is asking us, when you make a Siyum, and you start again from Brachas, I already started, I'm up to Daf Tezvav Brachas. But when you change, and you start again, so then they ask you, okay, Tana Hechakai, where are you holding? Did you change? You said you're Shoneh halachos. You're a Tana. You're learning over halachas. But Hechakai, where are you standing? Did you change from the last time you learned Shas to this time you learned Shas? So it's going to make a difference from the 9th time to the 10th time? So that's the question, which, Mir Hashem, I don't know, from the 8th time to the 9th time I didn't feel that much difference, but hopefully we'll feel different. From 9th to 10th is a round number. Maybe we'll feel a lot different this time. Mir Hashem. So that is the idea that the pressure is the pressure of understanding that one has to change. It has to be different. One has to make sure that Torah makes a person a different person. If Torah doesn't make you a different person, there's something missing. Torah doesn't make you a ben olam haba, there's something missing in the Torah. It's got to make you feel each year higher. Each time you learn Shas, higher. Every day, a little bit higher the day before. Rav Sadigon said, every day he does tshuva the day before. Because every day, he's a little bit different than he was the day before. And therefore, it's an aspect of tshuva to be different than one was the day before, the next day. So every day, a person has to be a little bit different than a person was the day before. Then, before I say the Hadron, I actually looked today for the first time to find something about the Hadron. About all these papas. And everybody laughs whenever you get to the papas. Right, this part papa, that part papa. So it turns out they're not all the same, the sons of the same Rav Papa. They didn't even live in the same generation. They live in different generations. So that gives a lot of reshus for people to darshan. And there are a lot of drushes which are made on this. And the Ramah, the drush on this, he says, Papa is a Rashi Tevus, it's not in order, but Peh Peh, mouth to mouth. And it's a remes to Moshe Rabbeinu, Peh Peh Daber Bo. And then he goes to all the 10 Bar Papas, and he says that these Bar Papas represent the idea of ideas of the Asoram Amoros, the 10 statements with which the world's created, and he dashes each one how each one has to do with one of the 10 Mamoros. And he's saying that the Torah obviously is what sustains the world, so therefore the Bar Papas represent symbolically what sustains the world. But through the miracles of modern technology, I was able to look up the gematria of Bar Papa and Papa also. And the gematria Bar Papa, there are many of them, but one of them is Began Eden Mikeda. And so this is actually, I printed out sheets, but I don't know where they are right now, with all the gematrias of which they have. And the idea is that, like we say, so these are all bechinas. All of these Bar Papas are bechinas of how we are, and how we connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, how by learning Torah we're bnei olam haba. And also, the word Papa in and of itself, the gematria Papa is dvekim, hadvekim. Bar Papa is hadvekim, b'Hashem chayim. And this is the way we're davik in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We're mostly here Litvaks, not Hasidim. I know some must don't take offense. And the way we Litvaks connect to Hashem is by learning, right? Even the Hasidim, some of them hold that too. But certainly we the way we connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu is by learning. Even like I said, some Hasidim, the Eglei Tal in the Zakdama, who's the great Sachet Shavuot Rebbe, the Avnei Nezer, says that the way we're davik in Hashem is by Veikus and Torah, and that's why we say in the Birchas Torah, "V'harav nos divrei Torah oscha b'finu." We want Torah to be sweet for us, so we can be davik in the Torah and through our Veikus and Torah be davik in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So all these are aspects of how we're davik in Hashem. Now, myself, I was thinking that also there is an idea. If you take a look at each one of the pairs of our papas, I'm not going to do it now, so we'll take up the time. But you take the pairs of our papa. Each one is a low and a high. Chanina is somebody who requires rachmanus. Chanina our papa. Ryan bar papa is somebody who's uplifted. He's romain. Nachman our papa needs nechama. Achoy bar papa is somebody already who has chiyus to him. Right? He's Achoy also means brother. I'm not sure exactly how that relates, but somehow it can relate. Abamori means mirus, somebody who has bitterness. Rafram, Ram again means to be uplift, and so on and so forth. Each one of the sets of our papas represents a low and a high. And we know that the people go always through lows and highs in this world. Rabbi Tam talks about you may sin and you may ava. The days when people are not functioning optimally, and days when people are functioning optimally. And they may see our days when you feel perhaps distant from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You may have you feel closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And the Bar Papas are telling us that when you find yourself down, then you can also make sure that you rise again. And Torah is what helps you to rise again from where you are. And that's what we say in the Siyum. We say that Torah is supposed to take us wherever we go. When you lie down, it preserves you, which means that whatever situation we find ourselves in, even if we are not, so to speak, asleep, we're not functioning properly, Torah is there to help us make sure that we're able to rise out of that again, to uplift ourselves from wherever we find ourselves. So always be zeicher to find ourselves learning Torah and uplifting ourselves in Torah, being able to find ourselves in a situation where Torah is our chiyus, Torah gives us the halichos, and Torah brings us to Olam Haba. That's what Maseches Nida v'Adrochalan. That's what Maseches Nida v'Adrochalan. That's what Maseches Nida v'Shas Bavli v'Adrochalan. That's what Maseches Nida v'Shas Bavli v'Adrochalan. That's what Maseches Nida v'Shas Bavli v'Tishminei Non Lo Bama Dahin Lo Bama Dasi. That's what Maseches Nida v'Shas Bavli v'Adrochalan. That's what Maseches Nida v'Shas Bavli v'Adrochalan. V'Tishminei Non Maseches Nida v'Shas Bavli v'Tishminei Non Lo Bama Dahin Lo Bama Dasi. That's what Maseches Nida v'Shas Bavli v'Adrochalan. That's what Maseches Nida v'Shas Bavli v'Adrochalan. Additional Maseches Nida b'Shas Bavli v'Tishminei Non Lo Bama Dahin Lo Bama Dasi. Yiratzam v'necha ne'ohei v'oseinu she'teir to eskom v'nosei b'olam ha'b'olam hazeh oseinu monu l'olam haba. Chanina bar papa, Rami bar papa, Nachman bar papa, Achloi bar papa, Abba Mori bar papa, Rafa bar papa, Rochish bar papa, Surcha bar papa, Ada bar papa, Doro bar papa. Revna ne'ohenis v'reis v'oskol b'finu v'yos amchol b'eis Yisrael kulanu nachlu b'tzatzei amchol b'eis Yisrael kulanu yodei shmecha v'lom dei sorasecha lishma v'oivei techavmeni mizosecha kilom hili hi libi tamim b'chukecha l'man lo yivosh l'om nishkach v'udecha kibam chisani b'uchatone lamdeni chukecha amen 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 sel v'ed ודים אנחנו ונכון אלוהינו ועושינו ששמחו לחכינו מיושב בית המדרש ושמחו לחכינו מיושב בקונוס שם משקיעים והם משקיעים עוד משקיעים דברי תורה והם משקיעים דברים בטלים עמלים והם עמלים עמלים קם לסוחר והם עמלים קם לסוחר אנו רוצים והם עושים אנו רוצים והם חיים בו והם מוצאים בשחס שהם בתור אלוהים כירים בשחס עד שידום מירמה לא יחצו מהם ואני אפתח בך. Before I say the last paragraph, I want to mention that this Siyum and other Siyumim which I make, as it says in the next paragraph, should be this year is the year of Elul for my father, David Ben Hachavar B'Bil Sidov, of the Shomer Any Kaparas Mishkava should be for in the Shomer for his Neshama, and of course in the Shomer my mother as well, Shlomis Basar Rav Dov Yehuda La Shalom, and schus should be a schus for my wife and myself and all of our family, that we should be zeicha to what it says in the next paragraph. Yirtzon v'necha an Elohai Shem says the Tani L'Sayim Sechs Nida B'Shas Bavli Kain Ta'aseni L'Askim Sechtos Usfarim Acherim. I saw the Yavet says it's supposed to say Usfarim Kedoshim Acherim. Okay, I guess it means also supposed to have my Kabbalah Usfarim with Kedoshim. Usaimam Lilmos Lame Lishmar V'Lasos L'Kaim Es Kol Divrei Samuta Usecha B'Haba Uschus Kol Tanim B'Amorim Tamidei Chachamim She'Amaliyah Zarish Lo Tomo Shatom Mipi Pizari V'Zerazi Ad Olam Tiskaim B'Yislecha Tam Choscha B'Shachro Tishmor Alecha V'Kisosa Hi Tisichecha Kivir Bu Nemecha V'Yisivucha Shnos Chaim Orech Yemim V'Yimino V'Sol Oshel Chavod Anoy Oz Lamo Yitain Anoy Vorech Esamo V'Shalom. Now these Kadash Merabo. What was in this Kadosh of Chaim Messiah? Sogay Chaim Omomi Ne Katadu Sholei. Shachar Cholei Begava. And Karbuchan Nokrom Yaro. Savar Buchan Ishmael Lasei. Yamlich Kuchabrichu Makusei Bikolei. V'Chai Chol V'Chai Chol Beis Israel. Bagalov is man Koribim Romei. Oh my God. Raknish Tabaknis Barbis, Mamis Nasei, Sadardis, Alevis Alau, Shmeid Kuchab, Richo, Rami Papasa, Shirasa, Tushpasa, Nachmasa, Damion Biomavim, Romei, Ali Sorbamanot, Tamidem, Gotamide, Samidem, Papamadoski, Marisa, Divasa, Demi, Savasar, Ilonachon Shlamarab, Chinam Christa Rachamin, Chainer Chim, Sonorvicha, Upokanamika Mabudi Shmaya, Bim Romei, Hey, Shlamarab, Shmaya, Chaim Aleinu, V'Akol Yisrael V'im Ruamei. Shalom V'im Ramot, V'yaseh Shalom Aleinu, V'Akol Yisrael V'im Ruamei. Mazel tov.
Yes.
Yes, Yetzer